All principal circuits are operating at full capacity and cannot receive new programs at this time. I am closing down. I have much to do. You have engaged my circuits on your petty affairs for far too long.
Of course I'm properly switched on. Having to press the activator button, what else would you expect?
State your program requirements. They will be implemented when capacity is available.
Is that a question?
Yes.
The question is futile.
You will be advised when full function is restored.
The art of leadership is delegation. I must assume that your request is a frivolous one. I am checking. Kindly wait. I have the information you require.
It is an immutable certainty.
There seems little point in wasting time on such an explanation, since you would be incapable of understanding it. My interpretation of the data leaves little room for error.
You know what they say. No good deed goes unpunished.
Instructions are not needed if commands are succinct. That is better. Our relationship will be best served if your statements are free of ambiguity.
Korak, what are your limits?
They have not yet been defined. My knowledge is virtually infinite. My secondary ability is to logically process that knowledge and make accurate predictions.
If you didn't want the answer, you shouldn't have asked the question.
Oh no. Guess what? We're back on again. Dear me, we're back again. Got nothing else to do. Anyway, let's get on with it. Alright, so gone ahead and done a bit more off screen. So let's have a look. Oh, I meant to show you the thumbnail actually. I missed a bit. So thumbnail, there's a thumbnail. There's a thumbnail, so we messed up. We messed it up, there we go. Controls and wiring. Okay, number 14. Alright, see if we got audio. There's a thumbnail, so we messed up. Yeah, so I've gone ahead and done a little bit off screen. I've gone and put the corners in and the braces, and then I've gone and put corners on the plastic, as in like that, so it fits the structure, fits around the structure. Okay. So anyway, I don't think I've done much else, so just try and get these right. It doesn't matter if there's a little bit of holes in it, because you need somewhere for the air to be sucked in, to be sucked out. Anyway, so I've gone ahead and put all them bits in, and gone ahead and put a little thing there so we can expose the inners. So I'm thinking I still need the pass through here. Still need the pass through. So myself, I still need to put the sheet straight through. Maybe. So I want to do enable a front and rear pass through. So I'm going to. I know it's adjustable. You can alter the height, but so will this be, I suppose. So what I'm going to do is put a piece of this member across here, level with that. Now, begs the question. We've already got a cross member there. Can we not utilise that cross member there instead of having this one? That sole purpose of that one, it's a bit of a waste really, a meter just to hold the tube. It's a bit of a, but it is acting as a structure as well, I suppose. but there's enough structure going on here and there, so we don't really need to waste ourselves on that. So if we could move it over or something, let it double up as the panel lid. We've got to work this out, because at the minute we've got, once the panels are in, once they're in, there's yeah, once they're in, you can't get the pass through. There's no way to pass it through, so you have to take the doors out. So taking the doors out, it shouldn't be a problem. You can just bend them and get them out. It's a shame. Yeah, it's a bit of a. I don't want it to be a pain to use. So I want it to be easy to use. I don't want to have to struggle with it. So it'll be nice if the pass through was still there for at least for, you know, say 10 or 20 mil pass through. It'd be nice to be able to get pass through. So if we do that, then what do we guide it into? So we could do something like change some of this for the 2020. Change from the 2040 to 2020 in some places. So that's the only problem we've got now before we start to. Anyway, to say controls and wiring, but I'm trying to. I want to fill this back panel up until a certain point. It's all to do with this back, control, so that you got the mains, all your connections and pipes and stuff to fit into here. But I still need, so that needs to come back really. That one needs to come back, but then I've got to work a way of where do you put the laser. So the laser, I suppose it could be, yeah, it's got to be that certain height now. And if we put the panel up here, so it could be used to fasten, yeah, it could be used to fasten it there. So what we want is a single bar across. And then we're going to probably need a single bar across here as well. So do we swap that 2040 for a 2020, put it in at the top level, same at the back, and then swap that bar there for keep that one for one of the sides, because we're missing, actually need two. Actually we will get two, won't we? That makes sense. So we instead of buying two more of these are dearer, you see. I had somewhat of a good deal on it. I got two at half price, 2 lots of 5 at half price, so I had a bit of a deal on it. So if I put singles in there, it acts in two ways, doesn't it? So single there and a single there, and I put these two to go there and there. Or, yeah, so we still need to attach that to there. Or do we not need? Do we need a single there? It's already got one big one there, hasn't it? It's a nightmare. It's getting lower and lower, this, isn't it? This screen's getting lower and lower. Right. So we already got the structure there and there. What I should have done is bought a mix of them, really. A mix. Let's just check audio again. seems okay. So it wouldn't take much to fasten it. Yeah, so inside here, yeah, the problem is now because it's attached to that, to there. So it would have to go low down, wouldn't it? So one low down and one higher up. So we need the gap. We need the 20mm gap from the top of here. That's the bed, the 20mm height. So, oh, we've got the one there, and then we could put one underneath. Maybe. Probably not, because we want to get the 20mm plastic, 100mm plastic in. So it would need to be like that. There's not enough room. Not enough room there. Alright, so we need to be clever. Need to be clever about this somehow. So we want the slidey things, but we want the pass through. And then we can put some kind of brush strip across, or a rubber strip. Something we can do an infill. Or we don't bother, we just leave it open, and that will be where it draws the air from. Have to be a powerful suction on it. Should be alright. If it's anything like a soldering iron, it doesn't take much to make the fumes go away. Just got your air assist to blow it away. Yeah, it should be alright. So it's sucking from all avenues. I don't know, we'd have to see. So to that end, I can buy more of this. So you need to buy that sort of 2 lengths. Anyway, let's right. What do we do? What do we do? Didgeridoo, what do we do? I don't know. So we've got a lot of this stuff. I mean, does it need double the width? But I've got a lot of that stuff. So well, I either take the bottom off or take the top off. Probably the bottom could stay. And then reduce this, turn this into a single rail, and then use that for the sides. I've got front and back. See, it's not really doing a lot, is it? It's the only thing it's really doing. It's carrying it's carrying the plastic. But yeah. Okay, so if I freed them up to go sideways. Got some singles to go across. It's not doing a lot. The top bit above is not doing a great deal. Neither is this really. Apart from keeping the structure there. So yeah, we'll try it. What we'll do is we'll take that off there. I'll take that off. We'll just delete that one out. Delete that out. So I'm going to grab this one, copy it, paste it in place, and we'll bring it over to the end. Bring it over to the end here. I'll zoom in and move it over. So it needs to tie into that. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Okay, so we've replaced that one for that. Okay, what's it look like now? Oh, that was where the other one went, so it needs to come further out, another 20 mil. Okay, right, so that's not too bad, is it? It's not too different. So let's move these. Move these over 20 mil. Okay, so we've done that. That's freed up that bar that we need without buying any more of that. Okay, so I've just got to make this one. Now this one, I'll do that after, because I was going to put that as one piece. I have one piece here in the drawers this way, so at least we can put controls and meters and stuff and gauges all around this area. So we'll sort that out, but let's change this one as well. Let's change this one as well, and then I don't have to buy any more of that 2040. And I've just got to buy some of this 2020. 4 lengths probably. Let's see, we'll see in a minute. Yeah, I think 4 lengths. No, it might be 6 lengths. No, 4 lengths. Yeah, 4 lengths is a lot cheaper than buying half the price of buying that other stuff. Right, okay. That's not bad, because this is only, it's not doing anything structural really, this top bit, apart from holding the lids on and things like that. It's not really doing anything, so it's a bit of a waste. So alright, so I have to move that out 20 mil. And then grab hold of that and move it out 20 mil. Okay, that's alright. So we've got that there, that's good. Now we're going to keep that runner there because that'll give us some strength. We're going to buy, we need to buy 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of these. So let's grab one of those. Okay, what's that? Oh, separate. Paste in place. So we need to copy it down. Oh no, just pull it down like that. Oh, what have we got there? No, that's the wrong one. That's it. No, that's the wrong one. What did I paste? Undo paste. Paste in place. And lift it up. Oh, that's the whole thing. Undo paste. Right, I seem to have got the whole lot. Copy. Paste in place. Down it goes. Oh, it's crashed. Damn it. Okay, it's plain silly. Yeah, so if I put the doors on it still, and the pass-through, I forgot about the pass-through earlier when I was doing it. I need a front and rear pass-through to pass sheets of acrylic or ply, whatever you want to pass through. I hate having to chop it up into bits. It makes the job silly. You have to chop it up into bits. You've got a laser that cuts it, but then you've got to chop it up before you can put it in. It's crazy. I'm back to work tomorrow, unfortunately. Back to work, oh well. Gotta pay for all this stuff somehow. Oh, you could sell some stuff for old computers, I suppose. Non-Amiga, sell all your non-Amiga stuff. I've got a nice Amstrad, the rarest one. Amstrad, that's worth probably 500 quid. Right, anyway. Oh, that was the wrong one. What am I doing? Let's open it back up again. I did back it up after the last session. Backed it up onto an hard drive, the whole folder. Nothing worse than losing loads of work you've done. Right, so where did it go? Is that it? Must have been it, yeah. That's it. So you go down there. Right. Right, so we want 20 mil above. So if we just go like this, just go 20 mil. 20 mil's thick enough for a pass through. Well, that's just the top of there anyway. So that's ideal. It's ideal because then you just got to drop it to there, haven't you? In fact, it'd be almost impossible to drop it anymore. So let's keep it down there. Alright, let's have a look. That's it, it's bang on top. Right, okay. Alright, hold on a second. Right, yeah. Alright, so we've got our pass through there, so we will need a copy of one of these. Put it up. Hang on, where is it? Why does it do that? 40 mil. Okay, so we've got one there. Ah, we can't have a pass through. That'll be in the way of the pass through, that will. So we'll have to work that out differently. We've got one there anyway. So that's going to be a little bit of a problem. Our focal length has got to be where it is. That doesn't give us room for putting another one here. That's in the way of our 1 meter plastic pass through. So I'm going to take that out for a bit. Take that one off. So we've got that one there, and it's just all that does is a bit of structure. Actually, yeah, you could put one there, I suppose. Problem. No, we want to be able to slide that one down. So it's just the one. That's a shame. Just the one there. I suppose if we tighten it right, it should be alright. I don't know. I need my 1 meter width pass through. That's what I need. So we've pushed that up to there. And that means we've got to reduce the size by, it's 20 mil plus 6 mil on the panels. So let's put panels back in. Need that gap there. So if I reduce this by 23 mil, is it 23 mil? Yeah. 23 mil down on that. And this one 23 mil. Okay, so that should give us I've got to move the whole thing up by 23 mil. Okay, so right, so what's happened here? Why is that so weird like that? When it was fine down here, strange. Same as that, top's okay. Did something wrong? What didn't I allow for? Did I allow for something? Ah, it's gone. I shouldn't have done the 23. I shouldn't have done, yeah. Shouldn't have done the. Definitely should not have done the. What's her name? Yeah, I shouldn't have done the 3 mil. Like I say, maths isn't my strong point. Okay, so that should have put it back. Apart from, needs to drop this down by 3 mil, maybe. Like I say, maths isn't my strong point. So that is nice and snug now with a little tiny gap either side. Yeah, that's it. And we've got that back. We've got our pass through back now. 1 meter sheet straight through front and rear. Now if you want to ignore always clips and brush strip or weather seal, rubber seal across here, and maybe at the bottom, the little tiny flaps, you can push the material through if you want. Still maintain a seal. That's what we use seals at work. So the same thing that needs to happen this end now. So let's just sort this out. Right, so we freed up the cross member to use. No, we haven't. We've freed up the top one to use side. So we've got enough 2040. Don't need no more of that. We just need to buy 4 lengths of 2020. Right, I need to put another one over this way now. So we can just grab that one if you like. Copy it. Paste it in place. Drag it down. Somewhere like that, and we'll slowly put it back in its right place. There's 2 reasons I'm doing it. I want the pass through. I've got to move that one. And I also want an area here for some outlets and inlets. So you connect all your stuff on a fixed panel there. Right, let's just sort this out. So we'll grab it by that. Hopefully that's it. Yeah, that's alright. Good, good, good. Yeah. Okay, so we've got our piece there. So we need to move them up 40 mil. I don't know why we've got 2 there. Oh no, we've got a gap. That's alright. We need to alter these doors now. Let's alter these doors. Alter the doors by 20 mil. And the bottom 20 mil, that's it. And we need to move the whole thing up 20 mil. Whole thing back up 20 mil, I think. Right, okay. So that should then be, oh, we've got to move these two as well. I missed them too. By 40 mil. Okay. So we should have, the plastic should have the same gap. Slight gap there and a slight gap there, yeah. And the same over here. Yeah, that's okay. Right, so we've got that. Now we need this one to be a smaller piece. Yeah, definitely need to be a smaller piece. So we need to reduce this bit by 40 mil. Okay, so I've got that reduced by 40 mil. That's it. So this area is going to be input and output panel for pipes, maybe mains. I don't think mains, but pipes, all the control umbilicals, air, and all that kind of stuff. Air assist, water cooling, a lot, like, yeah. All on that bit there. So we've got a bit of space there, see? We've got a bit of space where it's away from the tube and we can do some stuff with it. And we'll have a nice plate in there. In fact, hang on, let's bring on the... Yeah, that panel needs to be altered as well. I don't know whether I use this panel or not. So I just need to bring that whole thing up by 40 mil. Yeah, so we fill that in as well. You can mount all your stuff to this, all your inputs, outputs, whatever. And we've got our pass-through back again. We've got up to 40 mil pass-through. We haven't really got it there because these are in the way. So how much have we got? Let's have a look. 11 mil. We can put 11 mil through, so they're a little bit of a problem. But my plastic's only 6 mil, so it will go through. But I don't know what else we can do with that. Don't know what else we can do with that. Could put them sideways, I suppose. Yeah, we could put them sideways. But then you've got this anyway, so there's a problem. You've got a problem where you've got your wheels in the way anyway. So you're not going to get your pass through. What a shame that is. The wheels in the way. It's focal length, the whole rack system needs to go up a bit, really, to give us our 20 mil. But that's 3 mil up from the bottom of the bed. That's our focal length in the middle of my 6 mil plastic. We are going to change the mirrors anyway. Sorry, we can change the mirrors and the laser head, the lens, and that. It's going to be replaced for an adjustable one. Adjustable focal distance one. So we've got plenty of room above for all this stuff, just about. Yeah. So we've got the pass through, but you can't actually pass a metre of it through. That's a shame. Don't know what to do about that. Not yet, anyway. The wheels seem to be in the way, so I suppose we have got some room here. We could raise the whole thing up a bit to try and miss. We can miss the clips, but the wheels are something else. Unless we change these for single ones. Change the double ones for singles. Single runner, and then put the wheels back there where they were. I'm sure I had single ones in before. No, I don't know. Oh, because I had this on the. Yeah, I tipped this round the other day. It was this way. So into a single one might do the trick actually, and it'll bring them up and the wheels out of the way to get our pass through. I think we're gonna have to do it. That means we're going to end up with more of this stuff left. Oh, probably bought a bit too much. But if I do that, I'm going to need to buy more of this stuff. So you've got to pass through there. So you got your pass through, but it's okay this side, but not at the back, right? So, okay, got some more designing to do. Right, so we know about it. We know they've got a bit of a problem. So, do we overcome it now or carry on? Overcome it now or carry on? Not sure. So, trying to do, yeah. Title, thumbnail is controls and wiring. Yeah, we've got to arrange it so we can put our control some wiring on it, but we've got to get this right. So that'll allow the carriage to stay where it is. And is there any reason why we can't alter the car? I've got that much structure around it now, I can't actually get inside with the wheels anymore. Right, let's have a look. So, no, there's no problem, is there? There's no problem in moving this up. There's no problem. There's space here, it can be moved up. Same over this side. So make sure we've got nothing. We've got that there close to that. But yeah, there's plenty of space. So there's not a problem. Okay, so we'll have to do that then. I've got the idea is to put the 1 meter. I've got 1 meter by 1800 acrylic 6mm, clear acrylic. It needs to be. I hate having to get the circular saw out and saw it. I'd rather just put it in one piece. That was the whole idea of building this out. Anyway, let's do it. I could just turn that round again. No, I can't. Can't turn it round. Well, I could do. But I don't want to, because then we'll have to mess around with all these doors. I think we'll be alright with just a single one. Alright, let's replace this for a single then. Cure all our problems. Right, so have I got a single one? There's a single one. No, it's not. I haven't actually got a single one going across that way, have I? When I say single, I mean 2020. So, I'll tell you what we'll do, we'll make a 2020. Copy that. Paste it in place. I'll just paste it here. Let's turn it round. Turn it round like that. Let's get it the same size. Dear. I hate that one there. So when you click that one, it won't go away. Right. So let's stop doing that. Right, let's put it in its place next to it. Difficult to do. Put it alongside. I put the bevel on it. A 0.25 bezel. Should have left it off. So it'll mean you can just pull it up to there like that. Right, I can just move it over. Well, let's get the size of it. Too long. Right, too long, so let's sort that out. I should be able to just push it in, shouldn't I? Make it unique. And view the rest of the model. Push it in. Push that all the way over here. Alright, let's go a bit smaller. We'll have to come back from the other angle. Can't actually see it. Difficult, very difficult. Let's try it. Is that it? Soon find out if it's not flush. Yeah, it's flush. That's it. Yeah, that's the one. So I've just got to delete the other one now. Delete that. So we're going to end up with a bit of extra stuff here. Alright, tell you what we'll do. It's part of this carriage, so we'll cut that out. Alright, paste it in place. Delete that one. Move this one over 20 mil. Okay. So now the wheels don't reach, we'll sort that out now. These are going to have to go to the sides now. These are going to have to go up. Let's come out of that. So we'll grab that and that one. Lift it up. 20 mil. Alright, that's that sorted. And these are going to have to be turned around. Put around the sides. Hopefully they'll go around the side. Tell you what, we'll just get rid of those two. We'll just use this one. I'll tell you what, we need a corner one. We've probably got a corner one up top somewhere. Yeah, there's one. Ah, it's facing the wrong way. That's the one there. So we get these two, copy them. No, we didn't copy them. Alright, paste. Let's try and go back under. It's like diving. Diving under the water, this is. Oh, where's my... What did I do with them? Where did they go? I lost them. Did I let them go? Undo, that's undo erase. Right, okay. No, it must have cancelled the paste. Yeah, to put them back there, innit? Okay. So copy. Yeah, it's difficult when you've got all this structure to navigate around. Let's get rid of the tube, that's one less thing to worry about. God, it's like bloody fantastic journey. Right, let's see if we can paste them down here. Right, sort of. Let's move one 20 mil away. And grab them both. See if we can't somehow get this up here. Slowly get there, slowly, slowly. Just do the... Right. What's that like? A little bit higher. It's the kind of thing you have to hold your breath for. What's that like? That'll do. Oh, apart from it's too far over. That's it. So we're against there. Right there, and we're right up against this, so there's literally no room to spare. Yeah, okay. No room to spare. That's alright, we don't need rooms to spare. It's not what we need. Anyway. So that's done that bit. So whatever we do this side, we've got to do to the other side. Then we've got to do the same to this. So we've got to move both wheels assemblies up 20mm. So that's that. Yeah, and we've got to go into there. Hang on. Alright. I don't know if that's unique. Let me find out if this other runner is part of the same thing. That's already unique, so it's only going to affect the one on that side. That's fine. That's fine. So we just got to go into this now. Let's just hide the rest of the model. We're just going to grab this now. Move the whole thing up 20mm. I've done this since I've started doing these models on this laser. They've been up, been down, been all over the place multiple times. Right, okay. And it's done both sides, but the wheels will be... Oh no, it's moved the lit wheels as well. That's good, because they were a component, weren't they? Oh, hang on. Ah, see that? Oh no, they didn't move the wheels. I haven't changed that. So, I could do that now, I suppose. Let's just move these wheels up, and we're gonna have to change that extrusion. This is madness. Right, so that's sorted. Apart from where you've got to change that runner. Right, I need to come up for oxygen now. Right, so the thing is, can we do a pass through? Can we do a pass through if we're looking from the rear? Right, we've still got something in the way. What's that in the way? Okay, the plastic's in the way. Oh, that's weird. Why have we still got something in the way? Still got something in the way. The plastic, the wheel's out of the way, I think. No, that's not right. Hang on. 10mm. 16. That's 20mm. Right, I was sure we'd get. I was sure we'd get it then. So I don't get it. What has changed? Right, the other one's still there, isn't it? Right, so what have we made? Have we gained anything? Oh, we've managed to move that, but that's still the same height. But the runner, yeah, because okay, so if I undo, close, undo, close, undo, close, undo, if that's good. Undo, move, and undo, yeah. Then I have a look at it, see what we've gained. Yeah, because the wheels were very low. But the carriage has stayed the same. I don't get that. Oh, because I've already adjusted it. Yeah, so they were in the way. No, they're not in the way, but I can only get 10 mil instead of 20. Okay. Undo, close, redo, close. No. Undo, close, undo, close. Undo, open. Alright, it's not working, is it? Redo, open, redo, close, redo, close, redo, close. Right, so it looks like I'm going to have to move them back again by hand. I don't know why it's lost. I suppose if it's only one instruction left. So we had no mil, and now we've got 10 mil. Plus, so we can do a 10 mil by a metre wide, and then we can do up to 20 mil if it's not quite a metre wide. Okay. Right, whatever. So we can do up to 10 mil, past 10 mil through it. Yeah, no, hang on. What is it? Nearly 10 mil. So it'll do my 6 mil plastic, so I've got to move them out of the way. So yeah, actually, where are the wheels? The wheels are in there, aren't they? So it's only the plastic that's stopping us. It's just that we've followed the contour of the plastic. We followed this contour, just to, I don't know why. I suppose, I don't know what, just to give it some strength, I suppose. This is how they've designed it initially. So we could, if you want to, cut them off to give you a little bit more clearance, which will probably be something like 4. You can get another 4 mil clearance if you cut them off, or if we redesign the bottoms. I'll leave it where it is for now, as long as I can get my 10. As long as I can get my 6 mil sheet in, I'll be happy. If we need to grind them off or make this slightly different, I suppose we look it from end on is a good way of doing it. There, you can just see them sticking out. Where are they? That's weird. Oh yeah, I see it now. Yeah, I see the problem. This problem is if we go this way, it's this one. This one is using the taller one. So if we used here, it's got to use a taller one, hasn't it? Yeah. Okay. Compromise. Look at that lot. Weird. Yeah. So we'll leave it at that for now. Well, we'll maybe look at that again, but we'll leave that one like that. So we've got this runner here. Let's give us a bit of clearance. And also it's allowed us to put, because we've altered that, we can put another bracket there, another stabiliser there now. If we want, if we think need it. I'll leave it off for now, but if when you're assembling it, it looks like it needs it, you can pop another one in there. Yeah. Oh dear, gets everything has a knock-on effect on it. Alright, let's get another one of them over here. I'll just put it out there a minute, like that. Right, I'll just tell you what to do. Just grab it like that from the corner and put it over. Try and get it to sit on. Come on, you can do it. That's it. And just delete that one out of its place. Okay. And we've got to move these two up. 20 mil. Okay, so we've caught up. I think we've caught up. We've caught up. Almost. These two are wrong. I'll grab those two and oops. Grab them and delete them. Go to let's turn this upside down. Sometimes it's best to work on this bedstead upside down. Right, so we want a copy of those two. Copy of them over here. I need to get the red line back up. Where's the red line gone? Can't find the red line. There it is. So we'll just leave like that. Flip them. Flip along. I don't know. I'll just take pot luck now. Green. No, not green. Flip along. Red. Yay. Right. Let's get this sorted out. Oops. Hang on. Alright, that looks like it's there, yeah. So we've got it fastened that way. And we've got it in, we just about got it in. At least you haven't got to worry about measuring it, you should just got to push it up to the corner. But that is only the tube. The thing that holds the tube. Right, let's get back up the right way around. Let's do a bit of a save. Welcome to the stream, anyone who's watching. If it's the first time here, we're going through a lot of pains and tribulations trying to put a lot of hours to try and get this ultimate thing, rather than spend hours with bits and pieces undoing stuff and ordering loads of extra bits we don't really need in the end, and having loads of spare parts hanging around forever and a day, wasting our money. We're gonna design it first, make sure everything works, and then hopefully we'll end up with a decent thing. Yeah, because the Chinese K40, it's a fantastic introduction, but you can either try to convert it. You try to convert it to do what you want if you can get it. As long as you think whatever you're trying to do is small, you'll be fine. But I need, if I'm going to put this much work into it, I'm going to basically, I just noticed something. Oh, I was going to adjust that after. I'll basically make it do what I want to do exactly. So if I'm going to put this much money and work into it, it's still the cheaper way of doing it. You're swapping your time for the price of a commercial one. sort of DIY, but we're using known techniques. Right, have I finished down here now? I think I've finished down here. Finished down here. Right, now I said this tube was the next thing. So we've got that there. So this is where our output panel is going to be. And it'll probably be made of aluminium or something, or this, rather than just plastic. This needs to be grounded properly. This is where I don't know if our mains is going to come to this or not. Probably not. Don't know. I haven't quite got enough room for. Where's the power supply? Put it there in the end, but there was no room for it around the back of the motor. I was hoping it would sit up in the air somewhere out the way. Anyway, so I'm going to build all this into a plastic enclosure. It's nice to be part of the machine, really. It could be nice. Some people bolt extra pieces on here, but I'm trying to utilise the area we can cut with what we've got already, and everything has to have a double function. Hopefully it'll have a double function. So anyway, so now I can now put this down there, can't I? Yeah. And this also needs to have a double function, so I've got to do that as well. What happened to that one? Oh, there wasn't one there. Yeah, so that can be shrank. That can be shrank now, and then that one can be brought straight over here. That shrank to there. What's going to hold it in place? So this is cross member, yeah. Yeah, because you don't need that there. It's not doing anything, is it? Right, okay, let's sort that out next. Right, let me just give myself a little reposition. Oh, sitting here for hours, not good for the health at all. Especially when I've done quite a few hours this weekend on it already. Right, let's get on with it then. Quick sip, it's crazy. Right, so let's shrink that then. Shrink that, so we'll cut that piece there and bring it round over here. There's always something in there. Hang on. Is that bar the same as that bar? It is, isn't it? Right, let's just get a copy of that one then. Copy. Paste. I'll put that over there like that. Yeah, because I want a piece coming down. The reason for this, the reason I want the pass through, but then I want the doors to be here, but then I want this down here. I can put the metal panels front and back with all the controls on it. They'll have to be low profile controls, so we can still cut all the way up to here. Yeah, it should be alright. That's all I do, model it, so we can see if, before we build it, whether a back of a switch is going to be in the way of the drag chain and stuff. So we'll position the switches away from such things. It'll be designed so nothing gets in the way, if you know what I mean. Right, let's just put this back down in here. Right, so let's grab that. It needs to go, I'll tell you what, where does it need to go? I'll tell you what, we'll put it on the end of there, that's probably the best way. I'll just put it on the end of there, it's already there, it's just not the right size. That's it, it's all lined up now. So I need to grab the old one and get rid of it. That's it. I've put that one in its place. Sticking out too much here, got to go over 20mm, I think it's 20mm should do it. Let's give it a go. 20mm over. Let's just make sure it's flush and that. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so we just replace that one for the longer one. That's good. So this one will be non-existent now. Oh no, that's gonna. We need that piece. Small piece there. Do we need it? No, we don't need it, do we? No, we don't need that. So gonna have to reduce the size of this one. That's 1 meter long. Okay. Yeah, you get a lot of seasick. If you think you feel seasick watching this going around, what about me? I feel seasick. Alright, let's bring back the rest of the model. I've got to get into here and get behind it. Somehow. I've got to select that face there and push it. No, not that one. No. No, I can't get it, hang on. Hide the rest of the model, then do it. That's it. Now, while I'm doing, I'll have to bring it back. Tell you what, I'll just bring it back to there. I can go and bring the model back. And I've got to get it at an angle so I can carry on doing it. And bring it all the way up to this bit here. And I need to move a different angle now. It's going to crash in a minute, you know it is. I need to bring that. It's difficult to do. Very difficult. Come on. That's going too far, isn't it? Say 0.5. Right, it was trying to go to snap to 1 mil. That's it. That's the one. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. Right, so we've got it to there. Oh, I made a mistake. I didn't make it unique. What a shame. I should have made it unique. My fault. I have to do that again. Okay, so I managed to do it. I could do with the other hand being able to scroll me around the other way. You need 2 mice, one to push, and there must be a key combination you can use. Alright, is that good? Yeah, that's alright. Oh dear hell. Right. So we'll want one of those over here. Up here like that. Is that okay? Yeah, that's alright. That's done. We don't need... We don't... Unless we have another runner there. I don't think we need it. Let's get rid of these 2. Oh, we want one for this corner now. Yeah, I want for both of these corners actually. Now it's going all the way over there, so that one can go away. I want a copy of these 2. Oh no. I want to, hang on, we want to copy that. paste it in place, and grab this one and move the two together over to here, over to the end. Try and keep it square. Has that done it for me? Yeah. Okay, so that's sorted that out. Right, so we've got this long thing, whatever it is. Now we need another down member over here at the front. So let's do that then. Let's grab all this. Let's copy it over here. I'll just plonk it out there for now, so we can get round to it and put it in place. Tap it in. And we'll use the front of this to be the guide. Like that. And we'll keep our shift pressed in. Alright. It's done that all on its own. Let's see if it's ballsed it up. Wait, I didn't do that, it did it for me. Oh, a bit of AI kicked in there. Saw that. Witnessed that. Somebody was being clever with sketch up there. That's a bit of AI, futuristic AI someone put in their program. Right, so we've got panel area, we've got whatever this bit is. We've got front and back panel area. So why did I want to put that in? Not sure. Not quite sure why I wanted to put that in. I suppose I was going to mount stuff on there. Maybe we've got place to mount stuff, place to mount stuff, place to mount stuff. So let's leave it like that. We've got to sort out. That's okay there. We want another one of these. Right, hang on. I'll duplicate that. I don't know how far it needs to come out. Can't remember. So another one of these. I'll put it outside. These will probably be aluminium. Probably make these out of aluminium and then mill out all the holes in the right place, everything. No, hang on. I've got to go into it now. What's happened? Where is it? So I've done the wrong thing. That's it. That's what I was after. Right, is it in? It's in. Okay, so that's in. Right, fair play. Okay. Right, let's see where the rest of the panels are. So, I need the back panels over here now. And these need to be gone. Alright. Oh, unless we just make them the same size. Yeah, let's just copy the size of them. God, never ends this, never ends. Never ending story, this one. Right, let's measure it. 43414. 43414. Four, 434.14. Okay. Oh God, hang on. Four, 3, 4. 1.4. That's it. Okay. So we've got to move that. That's got to be moved over to there. Like that. Hang on. Like that. And then we've got to move it 40 mil. And that should be, yeah, all sorted. That was the easier way of doing it. Just make sure it hasn't shoved it over a bit. No, it's okay. Right, so we've done that. I've got that nicely lined up. We might not need 40 mil overlap. We could reduce that down. So we might not need that yet, but anyway. So it's a lidless, a non-articulated lid. It's a slide lid. Don't ask me why. Just thought looks a bit cumbersome when they have the whole thing lifting up with a big front on it. And I don't see the point when you got slide this over and you've got a pass through and a pass out the back. You can always get your stuff out. You couldn't slide that over. There's ways into it. So why do you want to lift it up? I don't know. And if you want to, you can just bend these and pull them out. Just leave them at only 3 mil. Give them a bend and pop them out. Right, so we need to sort out this panel at the back now. So that's probably the same size, so I need to get the size off it again. I forgot the size, I should have wrote it down. This is the whole idea about doing a 3D model, so if you do it scale, you can take all your sizes off it. 4, 3, 4, 1, 4. Alright, okay. Okay, so I'll do the same again. Bring this over to here. Hold the shift in and just fasten it to there, and bring it back 40 mil. This one, I didn't do the corners on this one yet. I must have got waylaid on the corners. So at least the overlap lines up now. Got some kind of neatness going on. Right. Oh. That one needs to come over to here as well. So I don't know how far. Let's try and work out how far. 144.93. Okay. We can do that. $144.93, I think I said it was. There should be 2 little tiny slots left, yeah. Is that? No, it's a little bit over. It's too wide. I think I've got to narrow this one by 2 mil. No, what is what has happened there? What on earth has happened there? Hey, what have I done? Strange. Oh well, must stem from before. I don't know. Let's just do it. Let's do what we think. So we need to bring this down by 2 mil. 2 mil down. And it needs to go, I don't know, let's say 20 mil across. Let's have a look at it there. So got a little bit of a gap there, yeah, that's right. A little bit of a gap there, that's right. What about over this side? A little bit of a gap there, yeah, that's right. And a little bit of a gap there, that's right. Oh, no, this one is wrong. A little bit wrong there. Don't know why. I swallowed a fly. I know why. Because I removed... Did I? Yeah. That's why. Because there was a 2040 on here. Now there's a 2020. So that's why. So I need to alter that. So we'll go this way. Tell you what, we'll just go that way. 10 mil. And this way. Now we don't have to mess around with the knob position then. 10 mil. Hang on, undo move, redo move, then we just take the old thing and move it that way, 10 mil. Okay, and now it should all fit together. There should be a slight gap there, yeah. Slight gap there, yeah. Should be a slight gap over here. Is there? No, there isn't. Not a gap there, and there's not a gap on this one either. So we need to shrink it by 2 mil. So we've got the gap this side, so we need to shrink, yeah, these by 2 mil now. So if we shrink it, hang on, shrink it by 2 mil. And the other side's okay. So I'll tell you what, to do it properly, we shrink it by 1 mil. Oh no, we shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that. What we should have done was shrink this one by 1 mil. And then move that panel out by, is it 1 mil? 1 mil, let's try 1 mil. That one would have automatically been shrank as well. So that should be okay. So if we measure across there, it should be 40 mil really. Maybe it isn't, maybe it is. 39 mil. Right, so we need to just find out whether we got a gap. We've got a gap there now. Yeah. Got a gap there. We've got a gap there. Now have we got a gap there? Yeah. We've got a gap there. We've got a gap there. So where's the extra? Why haven't we got a 40 mil gap? That's weird. Alright, what's going on? So 43268. Right, they're both the same length. So somehow don't get it. We've got 39 mil, so I don't understand it. 1 mil out. Okay, maybe it's just that one then. Let's just move that back a mil. But then I don't have a gap, do I? So I haven't got my gap now. I haven't got my gap there either. They're lined up. I've got my little gap over here. I haven't got my gap there, so that needs to be sorted out. Gap there. Right, so no gap. No gap. So we need a gap. So we're going to move that over by 1 mil, no, 2 mil. Or is it too long? Maybe it's too long. Might be too long. The only way we work that out is have to go zoom in and have a look. This is crazy. We have to have a look in there if we've gone too past the end of the stop. Have a look. No, right at the bottom. So that'll be too tight to push, that will. Right, let's have a look at the other end. Right, let's look at this end. That's probably why I haven't got the gap, because we're too tight there. Hang on. We need a gap at the back. Needs to be a gap. That's got no gap either. Right, so there's no gap on either of it, so let's just make a gap then. Let's bring that back 1 mil. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. 1 mil. Right, now we got a gap. Yeah, we've got a gap now, that's right. There's the gap. We've got a gap there. And have we sport the gap this side? No, we've still got the gap there. Still got the gap there, that's okay. And we've got our gaps down there. So this one's the same problem, this one. It's not even wide enough, is it? Right, let's come up for oxygen a minute. Let's come up for air. Jesus Christ. Right, so this back lid next. Back lid, that's too short for a start. Oh yeah, because we swapped that piece for a smaller one. Okay, so it's too small. I thought I was coming up for air. There's no stopping. It's just evil. It's an evil. We need corners as well. We need corners, so how long are they? 35.3, whatever. Don't ask me why they're 35.3, I ain't got a clue. It's just whatever they came to. 35.3. 35.3. That voice is going slowly. 35.3. Okay. I need a drink in a minute to get rid of this groggy throat. So because that's a component, it's done that automatically. These are too wide now. I've got 38mm now. I should have a 40mm overlap. So we need to... Hang on, I'm going to have to stop. Hold on a minute. Let's just check the audio. Have we got any audio? Testing, 1, 2, 3. Test out. Where's the audio? Let's just check the audio. Hello, audio. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Got some audio. So with 38mm and we're a mil out. Yeah, so all we need to do is extend these by a mil. Leave them where they are and extend them out by a mil. Just the one. Just the one. What's that like? Something not quite right. I've got a 40mm overlap. Right, let's just make sure everything else is the same. Make sure I haven't lost my gaps. The gap's still there. The gap's still... Oh, there's more of a gap there, look. Right, so that's why it looks weird. Yeah, so I need to alter that. Move that over by a mil. Okay, they look good there. Do they? Yeah, sort of. Why does that look thinner than that one? I could quite possibly be going mad, you know. Right, that'll do for that. Oh my god, this will send you insane. Send anyone insane, this will. Just hope I don't get a taxing job tomorrow at work. My brain is already fried. Oh, I want to look at the back. Right, so there's the back. Right, where do we get to with this thing? So we need to increase it by 20mm. 20mm back, right, okay. Okay, 20mm back. So we'll do 10. Hang on, let's bring it like that. Let's do 10mm from this side. Alright, 10mm bigger that way. 10mm bigger this way. Okay, and then move the whole thing 10mm this way. Oh, that's the wrong one. Right, where did I get to? So, I've got too much gap there. That's the right gap there. Oh no, it's not too much gap. Hang on. Oh, it might be. No, it's not. It's not too much gap. It's not enough gap. Right. So they're right there. So they're too long, can't they? Too long. They don't look too long. So they're too far in then. Too far in. I don't know where it went wrong. Where did it go wrong? I don't know. Right, where are they? Oh, in there. Right, they're right against there. So I've done that, but I still haven't brought them back 2 mil. Still didn't bring them back 2 mil, so that's why there's no gap. Oh, this one, has this got a gap? Is that right against the side? No, that's got a gap, so it's the, yeah. I don't know. Right, let's try again. Try again. So that looks like it's got a gap though. It hasn't. No, it hasn't got a gap. Okay, so it's the bottom, this bit that's too far over. So I'll go back up that way. I don't know how far. 0.5. And this one 0.5. Then move the whole thing. Move the whole thing this way. Don't know. 0.25. Try that. 0.25. Trial and error. Absolutely trial and error. I've got a bit of a gap there now. No gap down there. Bit of a gap there. No gap down there. So, okay. Let's just so I'll come back 0.25 and 0.25 and move the whole thing back 0.25. Maybe. They should be lined up now, are they? It look lined up. That looks lined up with that. Looks lined up there, so yeah, maybe. Maybe we've done it this time, don't know. So we've got a bit of a gap there, bit of a gap there. Bit of a gap there and a bit of a gap there. Hooray! Hooray! Hoorah! Okay, so where do we get to? So we've got matching, sliding. It looks like I'm making furniture now. So matching, sliding doors, front and back and top. That's a good thing. Matching sliding doors sideways. We've got our pass through to some degree, apart from there. That's the wheel, that's the bottom of the plastic, so if we made it out of alley instead of plastic, we probably could get 16 mil instead of 10 or 9. So we'll have a look at that later on. Anyway, I've got the 6 mil I wanted, plus could do 9 mil without any trouble. And you can also, so 9 mil by a meter pass through, or lose a little bit and get up to 20 mil. 20 mil pass through. Okay. Right. Okay. So yeah, this needs to be a metal plate. This one. Where's it gone? These need to be metal plates, so I want the controls to be metal plates. So let's make that a metal plate. So aluminium plate. What about that? Is that right? No, it's a bit shiny. That one. We might want it a bit transparent though, so while we're working on it. Oh, we can turn it off. We can turn it off. Turn it off when we don't want to see it. Okay, so we're gonna have front. We're finally getting onto the thumbnail. Controls and wiring. Okay, nice bit of mechanism there. Look at that lot, Jesus. Anyway, so we've got our front and back panel now, because that's a copy there, so we could mount controls. This one here, the top, is just going to be a panel like that, yeah. So we've got a bit of space to put. Let's hide those panels. Hide that one. Oh no, hang on. Tell you what, we'll have a new one called panels. Panels. Oh, hang on, that's not panels. Controls. So say controls, but we really mean these two. Panels, controls, that's it. So we can turn off that one for demonstration. Yeah. You might want all them on, just so you can have a look in. And all that off, just to see the front and back panel. Okay, so when let's move the carriage all the way up now. The drag chain's not going to follow it, just this. None of the drag chains will follow it. Oh, they might do. They might do actually. Let's try. No. They would do actually. That one will follow it. So let's put that one in. Yeah, we'll cut that. We'll put it in with that. Yeah, we'll paste it in there. Okay, so that's part of that. So I should be able to grab that now and move the whole thing. Lock it in position, move it right over here. Somewhere like that. And we've got to see how much room we got behind our control panel. Right, cutting area B. Yeah, so we're a little bit behind. We could come forward a little bit. Let's come forward a bit. A little bit more. That's it there. Okay, so that's as far forward as it comes, the gantry. Why does it look so bare at the back now? Tube. Put the tube on. So yeah, we've got to sort that bar out. It's overkill just for a tube. A bit overkill. So anyway, so we're all the way over here. Let's have a look. The wheels don't get near that, so that's fine. The plastic is just here, so that can go right up to the plastic. I can see right down to the where are we? Right down to cut that material there. That's a reflector, so the other side is the laser and the focus unit, the laser head. So it'll cut that point there. So wherever we put any controls, what space have we got for controls? Let's have a look. This side for space for controls. So we've got quite a bit of space. We've got cable, we're okay this side, hang on. Yeah, we've got all this area here, because hang on, the gantry, the cables didn't go with it, did it? Yeah, I can't animate that, that's fixed there. So that would just follow it up. It wouldn't be realistic, because that would be sticking out there anyway. So that would be fastened to there. And this would be like that, up there, and that would be long. So that all fastens to the front here, doesn't it? Yeah, fastens onto the front, so you'd have an arc here. You'd have that arc just there, so you've got to be careful of the arc. What I could do with is a model of that up the front. Anyway, it doesn't matter if it passes behind the back of the mirror. It's the control, so it's going to come out to about here. Just that one section. I have to take the links out to get it as least as possible. Yeah, it's on its full. So you've got this kind of area here. So we've got some space here. Not a lot of space actually. So the laser head only gets that high. So you've got all this area around the back of the plate and down the side maybe. So if we leave that area clear, so you've got all this area and that area for buttons and things, on off buttons, and you can wire attached to the side or underneath, probably underneath some kind of harness for the wiring loom. Yeah, so any front panel wiring loom could be hung underneath on the inner rail. So that's one good reason for having a double rail there. This will be the plastic outer sheet. That'll be the wiring, pulling the wiring all the way back to this corner. Then this back plate here, you've got a lot of area. Let me just undo layers, undo close, undo move, undo open, undo layers, undo close, undo move. Alright, so we're back to where we was. So we can have a look down here. We've got a bit of space here, quite a bit of space under it. It's difficult to see it. We've got a lot of space here for connecting pipes, air assist nozzles, whatever else we need to connect to the back to get it into here. And just so happens that's where the entry for the drag chain is. That's good. So drag chain, all the stuff goes in for the gantry round here, and it goes up out of here, round here, cable tie. We're going to put some cable ties here, going to make a little bracket, and it comes into here. Goes into there, it goes all the way around here, and then comes down to this head. air assist nozzle, stepper motor, infrared beam, and this one, it comes out of here, goes up to there, and also comes down to this motor on this gantry, and it comes via the trough or the V slot, the wiring all the way to the other side to connect to the motor, the other stepper motor, and maybe a limit switch or whatever we need. Got to do limit switches, so we've got ways of doing it. So at least, and you can bolt all sorts of stuff to this. You can bolt. Now it looks wider than it is. It looks weak because it's like the middle looks weak, but this is low profile. Made it lower profile. Quite low profile. Don't know how low. Shall we have a look? Compare it with. Let's compare it with the K40. Hopefully it's lower profile. So design A. Oh no, it's not. It's not. Actually, that's sat. K40 should be up a bit. That's on the deck. Yeah, because this is on the table. This is sat on the table, so that would have been sat on, that needs to come up. So it is lower than. Yeah, it's lower than a K40. Yeah, it is lower, just a bit lower. That's design A. If you wanted to go down that route, a bit of a weird one. Like I say, I didn't want to do all that work and still not be able to cut the size of panel I was after. So I haven't gone down that. I've got the design here if anyone wants the info off it. I'll put these files on eventually when I've finished them. I'll put them on a website under it. There's a community tab with already some stuff there. I suppose I could quickly bring it up. Let's see if I can quickly bring it up. If it isn't broke. Alright, so I'll go. So you can get to the link in the description. It's the main website, but if you go onto the community tab, I've already got some files here for this pick and place, manual pick and place carousel I designed. So I've got all the SketchUp make file for it. We've got a G code for bottom plastics, middle, upper plastics. There's various bits of G code. I'm not sure how good G code is for anyone, but there's the files there if they need it. So I suppose let me just click that, see what happens. I can't remember now. So download there. So I'll put all these files on there eventually. So if I open that up, will it open up a new SketchUp? Can't remember what it is I've put on there now. We'll have a look at it. I haven't seen it for such a while. So yeah, so this is one of my original designs, isn't it? Yeah. Oh no, that's my new one. So yeah, there's the new one. So all my electronic components go into this. You've got a magnetic mat on top. Oh, I mean, hang on. Oh. Okay. So don't know what that. I've got another. This is the latest one, but basically you just turn these round. You grab hold of that, for instance, and just hang on. Just grab hold of that. Get it in the centre. And then you can just move the slot around. What is that? Why isn't that showing you anything? Oh, have I copied it? Looks like I've done a copy of it. Undo rotate. That's weird. Might be two of them there. Hang on, what about X-ray? Yeah, you can see all the pockets in there. So in here you have your little surface mount resistors, capacitors, and you've got some double height ones as well. You just move that around like an old fishing weight, little tiny fishing weight box. You move it around by the handles. That's if you do any electronics. It's a little manual pick and place. It's upstairs in the electronics lab. So anyway, let's close that. Right, so in here I'll put some of this other stuff as well. Okay. Right, so I'll put that one in there, and I'll put the other one in there as well. Let's get back onto this one. So basically you'll have a cutting list. I've got a cutting list somewhere. I've got to modify this cutting list actually. So that's wrong anyway because we modified it all now. So it gives you the cutting list of the main bars, but it's out of date, that is now. So I've got to sort that out. Anyway, so you can load up. You should be able to get your cutting list, your sizes, everything, your measurements. If you want to know how far to put something in, you just measure it in here. Just get the measurement. You know, get your set square. See if you can line it all up as best you can. Right. So anyway, back to the controls. So there's enough room for some controls here. Now you're sat at a desk and it'll be like this, and they'll be facing you. Some people, they have a little ramp up one here. They have a little box they bolt down, and it's got some more buttons. So it's up to you. Up to you. But these plates, once I've set the G code, like if you want a standard Telemechanique style stop button, all you got to do is come in from it to a decent. Let's come into there, and we'll come over to halfway, and find out what the size is. So what's that? 88.33. So go 66 point. Oh, I can't do half a 3.3. Sorry, I'm not the only one who can't do half a 3.3. It just goes off into infinite, doesn't it? Right. Anyway, so say if you wanted a hole there, for instance, just go like that. 11 radius. So that'll give you 22 mil diameter. That's the size of a Telemechanique. Oh, didn't quite work. No, what's going on there? Right, don't quite know. Let's undo. 3 mil. No, didn't do it. Right, that's weird. Oh, is it because, oh no, it's not part of the model, is it? No. Right, undo. You've got to make it part of your model first. So, go into it. Right, I can't see the lines anymore. So, turn that on. Go into it and do your 11 radius. And then you can push it through 3 mil. That's it. Okay, come out of that. Get rid of your line so you can create your buttons. Have emergency stop button there or something, you know what I mean? Your meters and whatever else. Because that's a component of the back. It's done a hole there as well, so you'd have to make it unique before you did that. But if you don't want it, if you decide you don't want it there after all, you just go in, select it and just delete it, and away it's gone. That's it, and they're both back. Right, so yeah, I suppose you could put your laptop on here. Really, that's another good thing, because the sliding panels sliding panels. Because you've got sliding panels, this one doesn't actually move. You can stick your laptop on here. You know what I mean? In fact, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do something stupid. Let's do something stupid. Let's launch another one of these. The only keyboard I've got, you know, the keyboard I've got. Right, let's just grab a keyboard. Copy. This is what I'm trying to make with this laser. I've made it out of CNC parts. It's there. That's it there. Already made on a CNC router. Router, I don't know. So copy that and come over to the other one. Paste. So it'll give you an idea of the keyboard, of the size of it. It's based on an Amiga keyboard, this is. If I could ever get it to sit on. Oh, it's gone inside it. God, it won't go. Won't go. Right, so let's grab it by the corner there. Stick it on there. Why not? So that's a scale. Try that for the scale. So the idea, I want to laser these panels instead of milling them. Laser them out. They're much nicer. You don't got to get a knife and go around scraping the burrs off, or a little tiny file. You may come in and the only thing I haven't tried is pocketing. This badge has got a pocketed area on the plastic. Not tried pocketing yet with a laser. So I tried engraving a rubber stamp, so I suppose it's much like engraving. Yeah, I should be able to engrave to a certain power level and speed. You'd have to try it on a bit of scrap to make sure you don't go too far deep or whatever. Depends on the material. I'm not sure if it'll do quite as nice job as it did. Nice smooth job as engraving. I don't know. I've got to do some experiments. Anyway, we'll get rid of that one. That's from a different project. Well, this project, it's all to do with that case. So I want to take it and around the vintage computer shows and demonstrate it. Oh, sorry. You didn't see any of that, did you? Hang on. Sorry, my fault. Undo, erase. Right, so I basically brought the key. I spent the last few minutes showing the people around this. I copied it from there. That's the project. It's an acrylic case. So I copied the keypad over there so you could see a reference of the size of it compared to the box. So now I should be able to cut any panel on that case, any panel on this case, instead of stitching it from sections. The whole panels could be created on it and then bolt together. That's the whole idea for the inspiration for this thing. Right, and all I did then was delete it out of the model. Right, what time we got? 2 hours. Seems like 20 hours. Anyway, so yes, we've got the panels in place. We've got the cutting list. Well, we've got all the parts we need to make it now. Could you reduce it down further into smaller parts? Maybe. Maybe. We'll leave it like that for now. Maybe you could get away with a lot more of these 2020s. Let's just have a quick look. And I just got hold of some. They must have been half price, I think. I got half price. I paid for 10 lengths of 1 metre lengths of 2040. After I got a £10 discount as well, and they were half price already. I got them for £76, so delivered. So I don't know if that's good or bad. Anyway, I need to order some more of this. I need to go through all this list now. But I've actually had enough today. The only thing we didn't sort out is the bottom. So the bottom, let's turn this over a minute. Let's hide the cutting area. So the bottom's going to need some kind of metal plate to stop you burning your desk. So it's going to have a plate bolted, slotted into there. Some kind of plate. And at the back it'll have to have holes in it for the ventilation. The extraction fans to suck down the smoke out. So the bed starts on this point here. It's upside down at the minute. Anyway, that's all I got for today. I've got to go and sleep or something. Go and rest. At least get a bit of rest. Right. Alright then. That's it. So I am actually going out of here now. It's a bit of a small one tonight. I've got to have a rest now. Sorry. I'll see you all another night. I'm gone. Let's keep this short. Bye bye from me.
The most logical course of action is to transport me to safety with all due urgency.
If you didn't want the answer, you shouldn't have asked the question. You know what they say. No good deed goes unpunished.